I'm with Craig, Mark and Ewan. I've met you before, Ewan. From the Long Roads. Tell me a little bit about the band and how the band formed.
So I actually, in a way, started here 2 years ago. I'd been learning guitar and wanted to start playing kind of rather folk. And I went to a project at the YMCA in Kirkcaldy, a painted music project. Mark Burdett is kind of well known around these parts, he's in loads of bands. And Mark Boyd was the organiser of this festival at the time and was looking to put on an opening act. And Mark Burdett asked, basically, put me forward and made me do it. And I'm glad he did. So then a few months later, or later that year, Mark then kind of
invited you into a band kind of thing, or says let's get together, and I think we just says we'll get together and record some of your songs, and then
see what
how we would maybe turn them into a band or something.
And then Sarah, I've known Sarah for almost for 15 years I think now, so I always had in my mind if I was going to do a band, Sarah would be in it. I had to persuade her initially quite a bit. She wasn't really in. She didn't think she was into the band stuff, and now she's the driving force in a way.
Rock star.
So she came on board, and then so there was the three of us, and then we looked for a drummer, which was Ollie, who's plays for Pony as well, and then we needed a guitarist, and we got this guy in.
So Ewan from the Go-Go Need. So you're in the two bands then?
That's right.
I played your debut single, In Your Light. How would you describe your music? Americana? Folk?
I quite like the Heartland rock.
We jumped on Heartland rock a little bit, I think, because that's
I think for me, looking at bands that kind of influenced me, it was like Springsteen, the E Street Band, Tom Petty was that was the kind of what, and in a mix of I don't know, growing up I was into a kind of Drifters. I did say that once. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, Heartland rock. I'd say that's what. It's about telling stories, and people can relate to it, I guess. I think that's basically what most of the songs are about. That it's telling stories that people can hopefully relate to.
Are the songs that I know there's a lot of depth within the songs. About life and family and stuff. Is it coming from your actual self, or the actual things that have actually happened within your own lives? Is maybe being a parent?
A bit of both, Okay. So there are, and then I'll be certain parts of certain songs that have come from a personal, experience or personal kind of.
Some of your stories as well, voices come through.
Voices is a story about it's like someone speaking to an absent father. I love my dad, I can so well, and he watched this last year, me singing that song, and I was like, they're just.
It's not me, it's fictional. It's just
it's sad, but
your new single as well, The Lies You Sell. Can you tell me a little bit about the song? What's the song about? You've released a couple of other songs as well. Prior to that, obviously Voices, and obviously In Your Light. The Lies You Sell, what's that song about?
So that song's really a big, I guess you'd call it a protest song, I guess you'd call it. I was really watching, that was a song that genuinely came in I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes, basically. And now I try and write songs and they take forever. But it's about people that abuse their position, power, trust, and greedy, and that's telling them where to go, basically, go to hell. So that's basically. I'm not getting into the politics of it because there's a guy standing next to me that can't actually.
He's not allowed.
You're playing 3 festivals already in your time. It's been a very brand new band in the circuit. What do you prefer, the festivals, or do you prefer going into the venues and playing to kind of smaller audience?
I'm kind of when I played in punky bands, I quite prefer the festivals. I think, but I think with us, I think one of my favourite gigs was maybe Kings. I like the idea of intimate venues, not necessarily pubs, but almost like the Kings is like a mini theatre, that kind of thing. I think that kind of thing would be. I would do loads more of that kind of thing. I think if I was doing when I play louder, faster stuff, I like the festival crowd. That goes for me anyway.
I think it depends on the venue. It depends on the gig, I suppose. If it's a good place, it's local, and you've got a lot of people that you know coming along to support you, and you're playing the bands that you like and that you're friendly with. That's brilliant. I think that's the best. Going along to a venue for a random night with some bands you don't know so much is not quite so much fun. I don't know. These days, maybe it's just an age thing. So festivals come somewhere in the middle for me. Probably.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, like festivals like this are like amazing. It's like and I would say I would put this on par with like probably the Kings in February. I think like the Kings is a great venue. It's local to us. It's intimate. So I guess it's both. It just depends on the circumstances, I guess, like you say, and the people that are where it is.
Do you all come from a musical backgrounds, or have you been in any other band projects as well apart from Ewan? Have you been just in 2 bands then, or are you in another band as well?
No, I'm in the 2 bands just now. I've played in bands like high school bands and stuff, and then I've played in a few bands over the years. I wouldn't say I'm from a musical background though. I mean, my parents were musical particularly. I just kind of self-taught when I was young, kind of got into it. But yeah, just the 2 just now. That's enough.
What about yourself, Mark?
I'm kind of the same. There's nobody in my family that I know of that's particularly musical. I just learned some stuff for myself, and I've just always been in and out of bands or playing something somewhere kind of thing. I had kind of neighbours or folk in the street who saw me playing guitar and encouraged me to go out and do it kind of live and meet up with other people to do it and stuff. So I just enjoyed playing in bands. I'll always be in a band at some point kind of thing. So yeah, I wouldn't be without it in my life kind of thing.
You much the same as well, Craig?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My granddad was played at the London Palladium pipe bands thing. He was like a piper and played piano, but I didn't really know him that well before he passed. But in terms of bands and that, no, I don't like or playing music in the house, so it's never a thing. So yeah, and I've obviously never been in a band before this one. So
I'm going to ask you these quick fire questions as well. I'll call it the big 5. Have you ever written a song for someone?
Is this yes or no?
Yes or no?
Depends. Yes.
Yes, you have. Yeah. Is that when you were a lot younger?
No.
No.
So it's recently.
Just recently. What about yourself, Ewan?
Yes.
Yeah. Mark?
Yeah, I suppose I have. Yeah.
Yeah. Night in or night out?
Night in.
Night in?
I'm getting tired.
What about you, Ewan?
Out.
Night out. Hey, Craig?
Yeah, night out.
Night out as well. What's your favourite karaoke song?
I've never sung karaoke ever in my life.
If you had to pick one song, what song would you pick?
Up on the roof or something. I don't know. Probably like Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen.
Right, what about yourself, Ewan?
I do know Bad Johnny Be Good.
Oh, excellent.
Played a few shandies.
Excellent.
The Bare Necessities.
Bare Necessities.
Absolutely. Used to do that at the Millfield and leaving back in the day.
What motivates you the most?
I don't know. I quite like to see other. This is going to sound absolutely like, but I like to see other people do well. While I like to be in bands and stuff, I actually like, as evidenced by the fact that I went to go to a festival, I like to see other people
Succeed.
Proceed, get on and do stuff and get out there kind of thing. And it's the same, I teach and stuff as well, so I'm quite motivated by nudging other people into doing good things.
What about yourself, Ian?
I can't better that answer, really.
Yeah.
I like coming along to things like this anyway as a punter, and I always really enjoy it to about 90%, and then 10% of me wishes I was involved. So being in bands and being able to be involved, and actually ideal to play and then have the rest of the evening to actually enjoy it and go, I was involved in this and then really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So it's just being part of something, I suppose, part of a bigger thing.
How about yourself, Craig? Pretty much. What's the same?
Pretty much the same, yeah. But yeah, I can't really add much to that. Other than like I just love creating stuff. Like I love creating something that didn't exist before.
Yeah.
So like, and it could just be a simple kind of thing that comes at a jam session. It's something we need to do actually. We've been speaking about that. About like we were kind of like the band came around from like songs I had written, but then we've added a couple like today, for example. Mark, one of the songs was Mark's song, another song was Ewan's song, effectively, and they were like, I love playing the song, so I look forward to like us all kind of working together. So it's all about creating. It's like that's what motivates me really.
What is the worst present you've ever received?
Worst present? Well, what? It's also a block of cheese.
A block of cheese?
My brother asked what I wanted for Christmas one year, and it was like, and I was just like a block of cheese. And he asked me like in November, and then, but he was only like 14 or something at the time, and he remembered that I asked him that, and then on Christmas Day, I opened the present and it was like a block of cheddar.
What about yourself, Ewan?
I got given a keyring once, a homemade keyring, and it was about that size.
Oh my God!
About that size. Mr. McKee's are that size maximum, so the ratio was a bit off, so I never really used that keyring.
I once got a bottle of rum that gave me a hell of a hangover. That was probably no such a good gift in the end. It seemed fine at the time.
So if people wanted to get in touch with your music, The Long Road, what networks are you on? Like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram?
We're on Twitter actually, on X, so we call it.
Where's the best place to go?
Instagram, Facebook, and we're on Spotify.
Apple, iTunes,
Bandcamp, Amazon.
Go to Bandcamp, buy the music.
Plans for the rest of 2024, we've got 6 months left to go. Any plans? Have you got more music coming out?
Yes. We've got another single coming out soon called Somewhere We Belong. We've just last minute decided to add some more instruments into it. So it might be a wee while yet, but I think we're hoping to record later in the year.
Yeah, or at least some. I'd like to do some acoustic stuff, and just to have something to kind of keep us going. But then, and then we've got a few. We've still got out with festivals in Fairland. I can't even remember what that is.
Pittenwee Marks Festival.
That's festival.
Anstruther Harbour Festival. Lots of festivals. And maybe back to the Kings, possibly, potentially.
But then it'd be quite good to take a break after that and maybe like kind of work on stuff collectively, because we've not really had we've gigged like quite a lot, and it's been quite this has been quite a busy. It's been really busy. Fortunately, we've got enough songs to kind of gig with, but they're quite nice. We've got a lot to work, a lot of stuff we're kind of in the background to work on, so we need to kind of focus on that, I think.
Right, Mark, Ewan and Craig, The Long Road, part of The Long Road, missing Sarah and missing Ollie. It's been a pleasure chatting to you. I wish you all the very best in the rest of the year, and when you release more new music, it'll be nice to get some music to play for you guys.
Thanks very much.
All the very best. Thank you very much. Thank you.